volumes. It's very important. Don't think really details, multiple details make education. It is arriving at one salient truth. Arriving at one beautiful truth which participates in my liberation. You see. That's education. That is Shastra. Till now, we have done long discussion, but through this long discussion, we have arrived at one truth, and that is the Veda not only talks about actions, the rituals, it also talks about being. Talks about non-action is always in the form of my being without action. There is no such a thing called another non-action. One is action. The non-action means my existence without action. That is called being. One is karma, the other is atma. Karma is doing, atma is being. How this long discussion helps you to arrive? It's because this don't avoid violence, avoid non-vegetarian food, avoid telling lies, avoid this. Avoiding the wrong things is not an action. Then what is it? You say it is non-action. What do you mean by non-action? Just being. Being without wrong action. It is being without wrong action. Otherwise, how do you explain the wrong action? Avoiding wrong action means what? What is the result of? When you avoid wrong action, what is the experience? It is a being without wrong action. Just to be, that is the final result. It is being without. It is being peaceful, that's all. The result of avoiding a wrong action is being peaceful, nothing else. Nothing else. That means we arrive at a point, the entire Vedic, the majority of the people who subscribe to Karma Kanda always say that there is no such a thing called the peace as the topic, or the being as the topic, or the truth as the topic. The only topic of the entire Veda is only ritual, brainwashing the society to think that only rituals are the Vedic culture. Vedic means ritual. This particular, Mimamsaka thought is destroyed by the Bhashya when he unfolds the truth. Veda in fact talks about the being also. Just as in Karmakanda itself, there is being without wrong action. In Vedanta, it is being without any action. In Karmakanda, there is being without wrong action. And what is moksha? What does Vedanta teach? It teaches the being without any action. There is negation of even all right and wrong, everything. Kame karma, nitya karma, naimitya. Sorry. Because If I can avoid one karma, I can avoid all karmas. If one karma has a laya, then all other karmas also have a laya, as in Sushupti. In deep sleep state, all karmas have a laya. Your very kartritvam has a laya. And what has a laya can also be understood to be false. Anything that resolves in sleep can be understood as false. If I can renounce pratishiddha karma, then I can renounce all karmas. If I can avoid one thought, I should be able to avoid all. If one thought is available to be avoided, then every thought is available to be avoided. You may find it difficult, that's a different matter. That I am not interested in that. Thoughts are available to be avoided. Thoughts are available to be resolved. Thoughts are available to be falsified. Avoid laya, nivritti, laya, badha. Nivritti, laya, badha. Actions can be avoided. Actions have laya. Actions also can be badha, can be falsified. Are you able to follow all this? Therefore, studying the Shastra is not meant to collect details. Collecting details is good, but all the details must help you to reach a beautiful truth. A truth that actively participates in understanding the truth. ये बहुत जरूरी है जी. You see? And that truth is that Veda talks not only of the rituals, it also talks about the peacefulness of the being, the actionlessness of the being, our actionlessness, our peacefulness. I think this word peacefulness is more communicative than actionlessness. The moment when people hear the word actionlessness, they think, doing nothing. That is called actionlessness. That is not actionlessness. That is laziness. That is not actionlessness. You say anything, Maya will force them to misinterpret it. Yeah, Maya, I tell you, is so good at surviving. Maya will mislead you to even if God says something, Maya will say, "Isko aisa samjho." Bas. Isko aisa samjho. Supposing Bhagavan says actionlessness is freedom, and Maya says, "Isko samjhne ka tarike hai ki kuch na karo wahi hai." Then again Bhagavan has to take avatar and say, कुछ ना करना एक्शनलेस नहीं है, आत्मा को समझना एक्शनलेसनेस, पीसफुलनेस. And when Bhagavan takes avatar and comes up with the teaching, and Maya comes more actively to make people misunderstand that also. To make a statement of fact is the responsibility of the truth. But it is also Jiva's responsibility to understand it correctly. When it comes to the senses, I have to only use them. But when it comes to Vedanta, I should not only use them, but understand it. There is an extra, a vakyam needs to be understood. Senses need to be only opened. People can easily say, Swamiji, you say Chakshu is a pramana, I open the eyes, I get the knowledge, I open the Vakya, I hear the Vakya, I don't Get the knowledge. You say, here there is something to be understood. They are ajnata jnapakas. This is a corrective statement. Therefore, it's a very beautiful truth that is arrived at. That fulfillment does not lie merely in actions. Fulfillment, in fact, never lies in actions. Fulfillment lies in coming back to yourself. I don't mind saying that. Fulfillment lies in bringing your attention to your existence, your being. You don't have to worry about the beautiful nature of the self, that it is unlimited and it is timeless, etc. All its nature will become all right. You will come to know what it is. But be aware of your existence as the subject. My identity is not the body, but the subject of the body. No object feels me. I am. And therefore the one who feels I am is not an object. All the objects are felt by the subject, and even the subject's existence is felt by the subject. It makes it sarvajna. What else is sarvajna? That which knows the rest and itself. That which is aware of its own existence plus the existence of the rest of the creation is sarvajna. What else is left out? If you are aware of the subject, you are aware of yourself, plus aware of the presence of the objects, plus aware of their absence, then is there anything excluded, left out? That means you know everything, not left out, so that means you are sarvajna. Every form is only illumined by the subject, every sound, every taste, touch, smell, memories, desires, likes, dislikes, entire mind, past and negation is illumined by the subject, is it not? So everyone is sarvajna. Therefore, the more just to be as a primary thought, bringing your attention is always lost with the objects. I'm being all the time dwelling with the things and problems to be solved and the objects to be attained, to be enjoyed, or dwelling upon others' drawbacks and somebody all the time. The mind is all the time wandering. That is what makes me feel uncomfortable. You see, everybody is an absent-minded professor. Everybody is absent-minded. But Swamiji, everybody is absent-minded, but is everybody absent-minded professor? Yes, because everybody professes some advices. Everybody professes some advices, even though he is wandering, he tells others don't wander. Therefore, everybody is an absent-minded professor. The moment you bring your attention back to your existence as the subject of the three states, it can make a lot of difference in your life. You can relax. Body. There's nothing agama mind. Okay. Dosha nimittatve satyapi yatha kamya agnihotrasya shastra vihitatvat sayam prataha kaladyapekshatvamevam. The topic that we are doing is food. Eating food is not prescribed by Veda. Bhiksha is not prescribed by Veda. Nor is it born of ragadvesha. Therefore, it is keval avidya janyam. It is avidya utpanna. It is born of avidya, not born of Veda. It is not prescribed. Whereas Desire is not prescribed. But if you want to fulfill the desire, the ritual is prescribed. Kamya karma is prescribed, but kama is not prescribed. Desires are not prescribed by the Shastra. But if you want to fulfill the desires, the rituals are prescribed. If you have full of mental likes and dislikes, those likes and dislikes are not prescribed. But the Nitya Karma to wash the mind of the likes and dislikes is prescribed. In that manner, Bhiksha is not prescribed. Even if Bhiksha is prescribed, it is not an action to be done. To eat. Bhojan, food. One is eating food is not prescribed. Listen to this very well. Eating food, you must eat food is not prescribed. Because that is, everybody knows it. But it does say you must live on Bhiksha. That Shastra says. What does that mean? That is also not an action. Live on Bhiksha means don't accumulate. Avoid accumulation. Because that will take your time. It is a niyama vidhi. It is not a kriya vidhi. It is an injunction for avoiding. It is not an injunction for doing. Live on Bhiksha means don't accumulate. Sangraha, mat karo. If you have to accumulate, then it involves your time. Therefore, there is no kriya. Therefore, dosha nimitta dvesatve. And desires can go up and down. There is no desires can sometimes desires are cannot be regulated. They just happen. Today you get one desire, tomorrow you get another desire. You can't streamline desires. You can't streamline impulses. You can't streamline. You can't create order in them. Can you create order in your impulses? ऐसा कुछ नहीं. They are in fact free from order. मनमर्जी हो जाते. They just happen. Desires just happen. Impulses just happen. Sometimes hunger also happens. And you can take it. In fact, you eat whenever you feel hungry. That's it. But when it comes to Nitya Karma, it is prescribed by Veda, and it is not only Nitya Karma is prescribed, the timings are prescribed. You know, desires are not prescribed, but Kamya Karma is prescribed. Whenever the Veda prescribes, it prescribes the timings. Then a lot of things are prescribed. Then what is to be used, the things to be used in the ritual are prescribed. The priests are prescribed, the mantras are prescribed, and the timings are prescribed. Similarly, Nitya Karma as a daily ritual, Vaidika ritual, kind of some prayers, is a Nitya Karma is something that is prescribed by Veda. The morning, evening iti prescribed. That's a time is prescribed. It's a karma. There is an order about it. And right at this context, if you do it Nitya Karma by the Vaidika method, then the timings are followed. Supposing Bhagavan Krishna says, this Vaidika Paddhati people can't follow, therefore he taught everybody the Karma Yoga. There is no time. Bhagavan Krishna's meharbani ye hai ki he liberated Nitya Karma from that particular the do's and don'ts. He says, do every duty as a prayer to God for mental purity. It becomes what? Nitya karma. But if we do it in a Vaidika Paddhati way, sit down in the morning, sit down in the evening, there is Pratah Sandhya, Pratah Nitya Karma, and Madhyana Sandhya and Sayam Sandhya, then there is a time. But if a person says, I am not interested in all that, then I do everything as a prayer, and then it becomes what? Nitya Karma. That is okay, that's different. But otherwise, Nitya Karma as prescribed by Veda it follows certain timing. So it is a prescribed. Not only that, even Karma Yoga as a means to mental purity, please understand, it is prescribed. That the duties done, everything done as a prayer cleanses your mind is a Vedic prescription. That prayer alone can cleanse the mind, nothing else is a prescription. And supposing a person has got already mental purity, he is past that prayer, he is free from that task. That means a person who is Atmajnani, he is not only free from Pratishuddha karma, he is also free from Kamya karma, he is also free from Nitya karma, he is free from all karmas. Why? Because Pratishuddha karma is done only when I have impulses, Kamya karma is done when I have desires, Nitya karma is done by me when I have mental impurities. Supposing I don't have all this, my mind is pure, then I don't need any of them. I am free from all the karmas. Therefore, here, last, catch this. Therefore, hey Purvapakshi, for you to say that karma is sacrosanct till the end is wrong. Karma can be, you can go past karma. Not that karma goes past you. Karma can't go past you, but you can go past. Karma is not the destination. Karma is a milestone, you go past it. Karma is a milestone, we go past it. Destination is freedom from karma. Destination is understanding oneself. Therefore, hey Purvapakshi, don't say that the destination is karma and karma phala. Destination is not karma and karma. Akarma is the destination. Understanding the akarta atma is the destination. Then the Purvapakshi said, all right sir, you can renounce Pratishuddha karma, all right, you can renounce Kamya karma, all right, but you can't renounce Nitya karma. Why not? If I have mental purity, then I don't need Nitya karma, I don't need karma yoga. Karma yoga is prescribed, Nitya karma is prescribed for mental purity. Supposing you are all right, you have a very peaceful mind, then do you require karma yoga? Do you require Kamya karma? Do you require what we call Nitya karma? Do you require karma yoga? No. You don't have to. Sometimes when we need it, we don't do it. When we don't need it, do you think you do it? Then you need to go for your morning walk, it is so difficult. 2 elephants have to come to pull you out of the Rajai. 2 elephants require to pull the Rajai out and push you up and then push you out into the park. When you are badly in need of going for a walk, you don't go. Do you think that supposing you don't need to walk, do you walk? Chinaini. Therefore, when you are already mentally pure and peaceful, you don't need any Nitya karma. You don't need any karma. And also there is a beautiful truth about it. You come to know, whenever you are restless, you automatically feel the need to do something to become restful. When you are already restful, you don't decide to do something. When you are restful, you feel, I don't have to do anything, I am happy. When you are restless, you automatically get an idea without being told. Whenever you are bothered by your restlessness, you automatically come to think that I must do something. That means all doings presuppose some problem. When there is no problem, you don't have to do, you just be. Just be. You don't use, you don't try to do something to disturb yourself. You have a problem, then you do something to solve it. When you have no problem, you don't try to do something to disturb yourself. If you do something to disturb yourself, then that is being unwise. Such things don't happen. It is only when you are exposed to the Shastram, you understand that all we do a lot of things, we go on doing a lot of things throughout life only to become peaceful. But it is not possible to genuinely desire to do something when you are peaceful. A genuine desire to do something is not possible when you are happy, when you relax. When you are unhappy or disturbed, then you have a genuine desire to do something. This is the fundamental principle. Now apply this to what is being said. Daily prayer also is necessary for a person who wants to keep his mind peaceful. Supposing he is already peaceful, he is not interested, then he is past. It is not that he defies daily prayer. He has used it and gone past it. He has gone through it and gone past it. Learn to go through something and go past it. Don't keep making rounds in the same thing, up and down. Learn to go past it. Otherwise it is stagnation. Reach a milestone and go past it. Otherwise you can't grow. That's why here he says, we go past the wrong actions and then slowly do the daily prayers, the right actions, and slowly go past even the right actions and the daily prayers and go past everything, go past every doing and come back to yourself, which is peace. When you cross all the milestones, you find yourself there. It's like, if you want to fall asleep, the first milestone that you have to cross is make the bed. And the second milestone is manage to lie down. The third milestone is close your eyes. The fourth very difficult milestone is don't remember the world. And back to yourself. What is there after all the milestones? Who is there? Only yourself. There is nothing else. Therefore we go past many milestones in order to come back to ourselves. Why should we think that a distant goal is sweeter? That's an error in thinking. To conclude the distant as more attractive is what? Is an error in thinking. And if I follow it, I am going to be punished. My own errors can punish me. Yes. And therefore the sweetest is yourself. Therefore here he says, fulfillment does not lie in doing an action. Doing an action is necessary in life. Do it and go past it. 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 And ultimately come back to yourself. You are the destination. Making money perhaps is a milestone. Actions are milestones, charities are a milestone, going to the temples is a milestone, and being a good person is a milestone, being a good human being is a milestone, a good Samaritan is a milestone, a philanthropist is a milestone, but do you get stuck to? Milestone. And what is the destination? Yourself. And what you do in life? Milestones. Swamiji, why not we spend one life at one milestone? If you so wish to spend the whole life at one milestone, so it be. हम क्या कर सकते हैं? But that's a very wrong decision made by the educated. The educated must keep moving. Stagnation makes them mischievous. Like, if a student goes on staying in the same class, 10th class, and he has been there in this 10th class, my God, for the last 5 years. He has not gone past it. It becomes a problem for the new students because he is very senior. And he becomes a ragger because he is senior. All the senior students, what do they do to the juniors? Ragging. They keep ragging. They become a headache. Every person who stagnates becomes a headache. A man must be like a moving water, flowing river. Be like a flowing river so that, supposing, if you stagnate, then you will cause flood. Is it not? Like some of the rivers, if they stop flowing, then start accumulating, then you flood. You cause harm. Keep growing, then you don't harm anybody. Stop growing, then only violence comes out of non-growth, I am telling you. Only violence comes out of a non-growth. If you keep moving, keep growing, and therefore here, Veda not only tells you to do karma, it tells you go past it. Teaches you rituals, but also tells you go past them. See them and go past them. See them and go past them. See them and go past them. At the end you find only yourself. But you are not a milestone. You are the destination. And all that you do is a milestone. Ho gaya ji, this point. Thus, it is this point. It is this beautiful truth that is conveyed by this long discussion. It is this beautiful truth that actively participates in your happiness. And what is this beautiful truth? That action is not the be-all and end-all of life. If there is something that is be-all and end-all of life, is your own existence. It is not fashionable. It is not fashionable to say that the self is everything. Indeed, it is everything. It is not fashionable. It is not a fashionable statement to say that space is boundless. It's not a fashionable statement. It is a statement of fact. Neither it is a fashionable statement, nor is it an exaggerated statement, nor is it a statement of blind belief. It is a statement of an evident fact. That space is boundless is a statement of evident fact. Similarly, when we say the very subject, the very person is the destination for himself, is not a statement of fashionableness or exaggeration or a belief. It is a statement of evident fact. Simple evidence I will tell you. Whenever you are peaceful, you are with yourself. By the same logic, whenever you are with yourself, you are peaceful. Tell me one instance where you see the form and then you become peaceful, or hear some sound and become peaceful like something. In God's creation, there is no such a detail called peace. Please understand this. There are forms, all right. God's creation abounds in forms and sounds and tastes and touches and smells. But it doesn't abound in peace. If there were peace, then God would have given a sense organ to see it. You see, there are forms and we have eyes. Is it not? There are sounds and we have ears. Like that, for every sense object, we have got a sense organ. And if there were peace, God would have given a sense organ. अब तो कुछ नहीं है. God's creation doesn't have a detail called peace. Peace is the nature of God, not God's creation. Peace is the nature of the subject, not the object. Object is the creation. Subject is not a creation, it is the source, yes. And therefore, it's not something, आजकल है ना, ये महात्मा लोगों को कुछ काम होता नहीं है. ये महात्मा लोगों को कुछ काम होता नहीं है, घर बार छोड़ देते हैं. तो फिर बस यही बताते रहते हैं, the happiness is within you. It is a spiritual fashion. It is a spiritual fashion to say that your destination is yourself, your happiness is within you, and that the peace is within you. This within is what is called the spiritual fashion. ये महात्मा लोग है ना, if the peace is within, why do they go to America then? स्वयं अमेरिका जाते हैं. भारत के लोगों को बोलते हैं it is within you, and they stop them from going to America, and themselves स्वयं चले जाते हैं. ये सारी नहीं सोचना जी. It is indeed true. It is indeed, this is the only thing that is not a bluff is this. Your destination is yourself is the only thing that is true. The rest is all bluff. Haji. Are you able to follow? The rest is all bluff. Certain bluffs are simpler, some are exaggerated, but they're all bluffs. There are bluffs of multiple colors, bluffs of multiple shades, the whole creation, variety of bluffs. And what we want is indeed the vision about, the correct vision about ourselves is the only truth. Thus Veda not only talks about the right actions to be done, it also tells us to go past even every action to come back to yourself. Don't glorify mere actions. I say, if your actions can be so glorious, from whom it comes must be much more glorious. Is it not? If the book written by an author is so beautiful, then definitely the author must be much more beautiful, because no writer can write all that he knows. He can only write only a little. If the book he has written is so beautiful, the person definitely must be very beautiful. If the Veda is so beautiful, then the author of the Veda, Parameshwara, must be much more beautiful. Truth must be much more beautiful than what is written. And therefore, Veda not only says, avoid wrong actions, do right actions, use the daily prayers for your own growth, and ultimately come back to yourself. What is wrong in that? It is good. Thus, tad bhojanadi pravrittau niyamavat syaditi chet na. The Purvapakshi raises a question here. Sir, why can't we say that even eating food, etc., is also an action? Yes, sir, it may be an action, but it is not a prescribed action. Eating food doesn't create punya, it doesn't create papa. Bas. It only sustains you. Whereas there are punya karmas, there are papa karmas. What is eating? The punya karma or papa karma? No. Don't bring eating under a ritual, a karma. Now, I am concluding. Let us try to conclude as much as we can. Niyamasya akriyatvat. This particular niyama, any niyama is not an action. Discipline is not an action. Discipline is more in the form of avoiding the wrong. When you avoid the wrong, that is called discipline. Avoid the temptation for the wrong, that is discipline. That is called a niyama. We don't know about the English word discipline. When say they include, avoiding also is a part of discipline, doing also is a part of discipline. But in Sanskrit, niyama means only avoiding. This is very important. Niyama means only avoiding. That's why here, when you say bhikshatanam, do bhikshatanam, it is a niyama, it is not an action, it is not the bhiksha. Please live on bhiksha. A sannyasi must live on bhiksha. Means what? Avoid accumulation. That makes it niyama. I hope I am conveying this. Yes. Avoid accumulation. In fact, if you avoid accumulation, it is bhiksha. Avoid accumulation. It is not just going from village to village that is important. Avoiding sangraha is important. That is the discipline. Don't accumulate with the fear of insecurity. Pata nahi kya hoga kal. Kya hoga kal? Jo kal hua tha, wahi kal hoga. That is why we have the same word for both. Bhagavan has created the same word. Kal meaning yesterday. Kal also means tomorrow. Why Bhagavan has chosen the same word? Because उसमें कोई फर्क नहीं होगा. जो कल था वही कल भी होगा. The same day being repeated 360 times is called year. The same day goes on. कुछ नहीं है. Much ado about nothing. Use life for the truth. Don't use life to get into unnecessary worries and regrets. Everybody has come with his destiny. There are many people who want to really write destinies on the children's heads. But children have their own minds. You can write a destiny on the table. you will remain in the storeroom for 10 years. Table can accept you to write destiny on the table, but not a living person. You can't write destiny on anybody. He can throw your written destiny and he will become extempore in living. He will become apni marzi se. Don't unnecessarily worry, let them live their life. Let truth interest you rather than future worry you. Let truth interest you rather than future worry you. Why? That is why here he says, Bhikshatanam niyamasya akriyatvat kriyayascha aprayojakatvat. Very beautiful, ji. Action plays no big role in your peace. Actions play roles in bringing you material result. They can't give you peace. Peace is your nature to be understood through reflection. Peace is the topic of education. Wealth is the topic of action. Action takes you to wealth. Reflection takes you to peace. Because peace happens to be your nature. It's not another. Aprayojakatvat. Actions, do whatever actions are necessary, do it, ji. But don't perform an action and say, expect to be peaceful. This is a problem. ये वर्काहॉलिक थिंग्स, मैं तो सुबह से लेकर शाम तक काम करता हूँ, मेरा कोई कदर ही नहीं करती इस घर में. कदर या कदर कोई कदर ही नहीं करते हैं. हमारा कोई कदर ही नहीं करते हैं. सुबह जाता हूँ, रात को आता हूँ, मेरा कोई कदर ही नहीं करते इस घर. That means what? All your actions ultimately lead to some kind of bitterness. You see? Actions can bring you wealth, but actions without reflection can also cause bitterness. Why? Wrong expectation. Wrong expectation. Therefore, actions can build up your material wealth. Reflection can build yours, can help you own your own nature, discover your own peaceful nature. We need material wealth, we need spiritual education. Spiritual is different from mystical. Mystical is not a part of Vedic culture. Only spirit. Religion is a part of Vedic culture. Prayer is a part of Vedic culture. And self-knowledge, self-education is a part of Vedic culture. Mystical is all in human beings, Mischief-born cults are called mystical. Mischief-born cults. Yes, that is all mysticism. You wear, you go to a cremation ground and eat half dead, half burnt body. It came on TV a few days ago. Some people, and if you eat it, then you get powers. What powers? You will fall sick. You will fall sick. Half burnt body, you eat. Just to tell the world, he is working for some tantra. This word tantra is misleading the society. There is no such a thing called tantra, please. There is only sanity and insanity. There is no tantra. Prayer doesn't come under tantra. Prayer is beautiful, it is sanity. Prayer is different. Tantra means, you bury an egg in your neighbor's compound so that, it will become something, an evil, and it will destroy. What is all this thinking? What is all this thinking? Do we require that? Killing the neighbor's children, is it our Is it our primary need? Is it our need? I say everybody has a right to live, that's it. Everybody has a right to be happy. You have no right to take anybody's life. Because you don't want anybody to take your life. Therefore you should not take anybody's life. You don't want your money to be grabbed by anybody. Therefore you should not also grab anybody's money. Simple wisdom is simple common sense. That's all Vedic culture. Vedic culture talks only about sanity and common sense. Reasoning. Every word drips with common sense, sanity and reasoning. Truth is the topic. Therefore here, perform actions, but please understand, they are the answer. Nasavo jnanasya apavadakaraha. Wrong actions can contradict your, can disturb your reflection. If you want to sit quiet and reflect, your wrong actions can disturb your reflection. But eating food doesn't reflect. It doesn't disturb. You don't have to renounce what doesn't disturb you. But you definitely need to renounce what disturbs you. That is sanity. That is sanity. Renounce what disturbs your peace, your reflection. Just eating food, how can it disturb your reflection? You can renounce wrong food, not food. You can renounce wrong food, not food. Swamiji, supposing we can renounce food, we have heard people renouncing food for 6 months. That is called tantra. That is called mystical beliefs. Insanity. They will make you insane. Like many people say, इस लक्ष्मी पिक्चर को खरीद लो, you just pay 2,999. I don't understand what is this figure. Why don't you make it a 3,000? Anyway, you are bluffing. Stretch that bluff a little more, so that it becomes a round bluff. Why make a fractional belief, fractional bluff? Make it a round bluff. And then they say you will सोने की बारिश हो जाएंगे. If Indians who are the children of Vedic culture can fall for such superstitions, then what will happen to other societies in the world? Vedic society, which is committed to, dedicated to understanding the truth, total sanity. Therefore, don't fall for all the meaningless. They're all bluffs. Bluffs in golden package. You understand, They're all golden. Your happiness doesn't come through barish, golden barish. Say, your disciplined life. Be truthful, work hard, look after your health, and look at yourself. You don't have to really get into all those unnecessary things. Therefore, don't renounce what doesn't disturb you. Therefore, don't go on fasting in the name of spirituality. Eat the right food, maintain your health, and use a healthy life to understand the truth of your being, truth about your existence. Tasmat Paramatma Yathatma Jnana Viderapi Tad Viparita Sthula Dvaitadi Jnana nivartakatvat samarthyat sarva karma pratisheda vidyarthatvam sampadyate. Up to that. Therefore, if a person can renounce the wrong actions, if the truth transcends the wrong action, then the truth transcends all actions. Perform the right actions and ultimately transcend even the right actions. Understand the truth that transcends even the right action. It's like saying, use a ladder and go past it. Use a ladder and go past it. I like this. Use it and go past it. Let somebody else use it. Please don't use the ladder and carry it with you. Use the ladder, go past it, let somebody else use it. No, I don't want others to use it. It should be only meant for me. This is the problem. This is the problem. We don't want to. I want to be the sole beneficiary. I don't want others to be the beneficiaries. Headache. Therefore, tad viparita sthula dvaita vijnana dvaitadi jnana nivartakatvat samarthyat sar. Now, this particular line means, I am concluding, let us finish it today. You know, if truth can transcend the wrong pratishiddha karma, truth transcends the entire dvaitam. Because all actions are within the realm of dvaitam. And what does Vedanta convey? Advaitam. What does Advaita mean? Oneness. Don't think Advaitam is some kind of mystical concept. Advaitam is our destination. That is the truth. Oneness happens to be the truth. Divisions are appearances. Divisions are appearances. Oneness is the truth. Evident truth. Like divisions of the waves are appearances, their commonality is the truth. And you can't create variety without oneness. The variety is all born within that oneness. And therefore, when Dvaitam itself is an appearance and it can be falsified, if Advaitam is the destination, in that destination, there is no struggle of any kind. There is neither pratishiddha karma, nor kamya karma, nor nitya karma. There is no karma, there is only akarma, shanti. Karma pravritti abhavasya tulyatvat yatha pratishedha vishaye. Let me try if I can convey this. Just as pratishiddha karma, when you don't do it, all that is there is you minus pratishiddha karma. Similarly, in knowledge, in understanding also, there is only you minus karma. Like a deep sleep state, it is you minus the world. It's like when you are in meditation, and maybe I can give this example, perhaps it will work. When you sit down in meditation, try to control the thoughts, etc. You avoid the thoughts. Say, I want to be peaceful, avoid. But when you avoid all the thoughts, what is there? What is only you minus thoughts, is it not? It is either you with thoughts or you minus thoughts, but never minus you. Understand? Either it is you with thoughts or you. Your presence with the thoughts or your presence without the thoughts, but never without you. Waking is you plus the forms. Dream is you plus the forms. Deep sleep state is you minus the forms, not minus you. Sleep is not the world minus you. There is never a minus you. It is you minus. There cannot be a thought minus you. Think of this very interestingly. Think of your thoughts minus you. Can you have a dream minus you? You can have yourself minus the dream. When you wake up, there is no dream, you are there. There can be water minus wave. Can there be wave minus water? होता नहीं है. Similarly, just as pratishiddha karma, when it is negated, it is your presence minus pratishiddha karma. Similarly, it is your presence minus all karmas. If you can be there minus the pratishiddha karma, wrong action, you can be there minus all karma. Tasmat pratishedha vidivaccha vastu pratipadanam tatparatvam cha siddham shastrasya. We are through with it. Therefore, it is clear that the Shastram unfolds the truth of your being, in which there is no struggle, there is no action, there is no struggle of any kind. Wrong struggle or right struggle or any other struggle. Like sound doesn't qualify silence. Sound doesn't qualify silence. Similarly, struggle doesn't qualify peace of your being. Struggle doesn't qualify. It's not an attribute. Like sound is not an attribute of silence. Similarly, struggle is not an attribute of peace. Your being. I can take one more step, G. Similarly, the form, the object is not an attribute of the subject, yourself. This is the topic of our culture. This is the topic of the culture of this land. This is the topic of Vedic culture. Don't think Vedic culture is some kind of rituals and all that. A ritual is just a first milestone, G. Enjoy the ritual and go by. Nothing great about it. Don't become a hater of rituals. Say, understand, they have something to give, you take it and go past it. A person, becomes, he is doing masters in, let us say, in science. Does he become a hater of the primary school? Do you become a hater? That is only fundamental. So what? If it helps some people, let them enjoy. I don't believe in this temple. You don't believe in the temples, but those who want to enjoy the going to the temples, let them enjoy. Why you want to really say things, unnecessarily hurting others? You don't go. Do what you like, don't do what you don't like. अच्छी बात है. मंदिर की आसपास नहीं आना आप जैसे लोग अच्छा है. क्या हो गया? But those who want to enjoy, let them enjoy. Why do you want to create problems? Let them program. Similarly, rituals have their color. Enjoy the color of the ritual and go past it. Ultimately come back. Thus, don't think ritual alone is Vedic culture. Ritual is nothing. That is only a first element. It is only just the prime. It is nursery. So much to understand. Okay, ji. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This Udgita Brahmana, a few verses we will continue until this whole story is over. Coming verses also we'll see. Maybe we may not see the bhashyam, just see the verses. Let us see wherever it is required. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om.